Hello everyone and welcome back to the Automation Beam Championship. It has been quite a while. We went from waiting for the update for a few weeks to having to wait for around about a whole year. But yet, here we are, back once more. This is Season 11, Round 1 of the Automation Beam Championship. This week we'll be looking at 70s American compact trucks. So, this week we'll be sponsored by drinking Bud Light at 5 in the afternoon, just so you can drive drunk to the county jail to bail out Mary Sue. Yeehaw! The first contender is the Mercer Buffalo Standard by Based Works. The Japanese-looking small and basic truck is powered by a 4.8-liter inline-6, which makes 168 horsepower. The 4-speed manual transmission, in combination with that engine, makes the 0 to 60 time 8.7 seconds long. Not bad. Roman designed the Mercer and secured a second place in statics for it. Then we have the Heugel 3600 LX by Beljab Union Manufacturing. The fancy schmancy truck with fender mirrors weighs slightly more than a ton. The 3.6-liter inline-6 makes 127 horsepower, and this truck also has a 4-speed manual. Slightly slower to 60 than the Mercer, this one does it in 9.7 seconds. I do really like the luxury red interior. It fits the necks of the people who drive it, probably. Look at this chonker man. This extremely square truck with an extremely American suspension stance is called the P300T and is built by Clorkwork. It features a 3.4-liter single turbocharged inline-6 engine, which makes 140 horsepower and is coupled to a 4-speed manual. The real Toyota Supra of compact trucks, except for the leaf springs, and the weight, and the shape. Next, this schmooshed Nissan of a truck, the Salsivandor CI6, is built by Freestyle Ace's design division, whom I shall from now on call FAD. They have, surprise surprise, chosen for an inline-6. This one is absolutely massive with 5.1 liters. It makes a very sporty 152 horsepower and has a 5-speed manual, but is sadly not on the driver's podium. This is the Rolls-Royce Pauswagen V1. The specs are very promising with a 5-liter inline-6, which makes a Corvette frightening 173 horsepower. This, in combination with the 5-speed manual, gives a 7.9 second 0 to 60 time. Sadly, this also did not get a podium. Another sad fact is that it looks like what happened if a garbage can somehow turned into a car. Ah yes, an inspiring name for the Model 67 Trim 68 by Husk Engineering. This generic-looking Toyota-esque truck scored badly on statics, but did manage to get a second place in lap time. Not bad. This is the first contender we've seen that uses the 4x4 drivetrain and an inline-5 engine. This one has 4 liters and makes 171 horsepower. Watch your head, it's raining medals over here. The KFC Racing Thomlin Timberline 290 is a fantastic looking western-esque truck which won first place in aesthetics. Nice job from Fred there. Kenshiro also did well and scored a third place in the lap time category. Not the biggest engine or the most horsepower, but apparently that is not what makes you win. Pipo made the Huzarensalade fuel truck thing with the unpronounceable name. It has a Boxer 6 engine which makes an incredible 185 horsepower. The 0 to 60 time is only slightly slower than the lap time winner, so the rest of the car must be absolute shite. That, or the tank in the back is filled with custard. The next car is built by Pizza Incident Tribute and is called the Crownston Hopper Pit Delivery. This pizza delivery pickup truck with a bad roof is about to deliver your Bud Light pizza on time due to the 4.4-liter inline-6 with 159 horsepower, an incredibly American power figure. Even though the body is about as aerodynamic as a post office, the lap time clearly isn't bad. Then we have the Seal Racing Houston pickup truck. The pictures were made by someone who knew exactly who did what with design. The lap time isn't that bad and the automation rating isn't bad either. The engine is an inline-6 with a capacity that makes an amount of horsepower and is sent through some speed manual. Aren't these all just like the same truck? No wonder America tried to invade Vietnam in the 1960s. At least they had something interesting. Speaking about something interesting, apparently John Vanway is far from dead. Whatever his designs may say otherwise, the team van 31 is nicknamed the Emotional Response Unit and is a Land Rover Defender with a tent on the back. It also has weird lights and a very long front bumper, the first V8 in this round and I think the only one, and it makes 154 horsepower. Next is the Pancake Stack Surs car, the Boxty Short Wheelbase Limited. The very unsurprising specs of this car made sure it got a very unsurprising lap time from Spons. I must add that my lap time was not far behind Spons, which means nothing. Smons secured a second place in the automation rating category, and I scored a third place in design. Good news, the Waffle is back. Waffle Motors built the Bobcat 256 Custom. The third place in automation rating is snatched away by this Chevelle looking truck. Good scores all around for this entry, but just one medal. This is the Smith T100 built by Zack Speed. The penalty-ridden truck has the same level of design as the level of horsepower, according to the scores. A measly 123 horsepower by the relatively small 2.5 litre inline 5. That being said, the lap time wasn't bad at all, so nice job anyways. And last but not least, the winner of this round's fastest lap time. The Moravian Motorworks Voyager 42, driven by Critical Set, has set the fastest lap time for this round. Not only that, but Ctesiphon also scored a first place in the automation score category as well. Very nicely done. The secret to success apparently is a 4.3 litre inline 6 with 172 horsepower and front-wheel drive. This made sure that they got a 0 to 60 time of 7.4 seconds and a lap time of 1 minute and 17 seconds. The truck also scored well in looks, although it looks a bit goofy. Now, the lap time board. In first we had Critical Set for Moravian Motorworks with a 1:17.129, followed incredibly closely by Husk for Husk Engineering in second. Third was for Kenshiro for KFC Racing. 4 seconds behind we have a close finish between Deltas in fourth and LS Swapped RX-7 in fifth. Sixth and seventh is also close between Joe Jesse Gaming and John Vanway. Nice. We round off the top 10 with 3 people within the same second, Speeding Red in 8th, Waffle in 9th and Unusual Infuriation in 10th place. Slowest was Commando Narwhal with a 1 minute 44. First in the automation rating category this round was Ctesiphon for Moravian Motorworks, which is their second gold medal in this round. Second is for the Pancake Stack Sirs Smons, and third is for Waffle, who is literally only 0.1 point behind Smons. Then we have Kenshiro, John Vanway and LS Swapped RX-7 in 4th, 5th and 6th place. Jams is following a while behind in 7th, with Husk right up his tail in 8th place. Speeding Red is in 9th and is a while in front of Clark in 10th place. The worst engineered car is made by Unusual Infuriation. Now it's time for the looks round. Frederick Lenius for KFC Racing is the proud winner of this round with a score of 8.3. Roman for Baseworks is in second place with a 7.3, which is a whole point behind first, and I am in third place for the Pancake Stack Sirs with technically also a 7.3, but then a smaller one. Ctesiphon is in, it's almost the same, is in fourth place and Waffle is in fifth. The line is dropping quickly as Bilo is in 6th place and he is already below the sufficient mark with his 5.2 score. Beacon is in 7th, followed very closely by Hangman in 8th. Clark is in 9th place and the last in the top 10 is John Vanway. The ugliest car, according to you, is built by Unusual Infuriation. This means the following. In first place for this round is Moravian Motorworks with a total of 54 points. Second place is for KFC Racing with 49 points. And third place is for Baseworks with 42 points. 4 points behind that are the Pancake Stack Sirs, and separated by only 1 point each are Waffle Motors, Pizza Incident, Tribute and Husk Engineering in 5th, 6th and 7th place. 8th is for Team Van, who is 2 points in front of FAD in 9th. The last one in the top 10 is Baljap Union Manufacturing in, you guessed it, 10th place. Last place this round is for Zack Speed, who apparently is the worst at making bad, compact American trucks, which must make him a European. Now, normally I would now be commenting on the championship standings, but seeing as this is round 1, all the standings are exactly the same as the round results. Which means that you're going to just see all the sheets scroll past without my voiceover, or you're not going to see anything if the one editing this video is lazy. Who knows? What a surprise! And now, as you know, we have this graph, which is my favorite part of the video, which shows which percentage of points per team is acquired in which part of the competition. Interesting things to note are that Moravian Motorworks scored more points with their lap time in this round than Pipo did in total, and that me and Smons, with the Pancake Staxers, are apparently fine in engineering and designing cars, but shit at driving them. And now we have reached the end of this round's results video. There is no more Bud Light left, so it's time to close up the barn and head to bed to have sweet dreams of once owning a trailer. My name is Daan, this is the Automation Beam Championship created by Nev, hosted and kept alive by the championship hosts, and delayed by Automation Updates. See you next time.